While some of President Biden's cabinet picks were quickly confirmed by the Senate,
on this vote, the yeas are 84, the nays are 10. The nomination is confirmed.
Other nominees will have a longer path ahead with far more obstacles.
For the nominees of Biden's who have been approved, their process was relatively simple. This is because, in particular, that the picks that Biden chose for the easiest to confirm positions also tend to be the ones that are most important. You do not want to have a lack of a defense secretary. You need someone to be manning the Treasury at some point. These are kind of positions that, for the Biden people, they wanted to make sure they had someone in there, and as a result, in part, they tended to go with people who were less likely to cause controversy.
Biden prides himself on his cabinet nominees.
It'll be the single most diverse cabinet based on race, color, based on gender that's ever existed in the United States of America.
But because the framers gave the Senate the final say on these positions, lawmakers have space to be critical of the president's choices.
Criticism of Biden's cabinet nominees have really concentrated on three picks in particular. Deb Haaland, who was chosen by Biden to lead the Interior Department, she would be the first Native American to lead that branch. Neera Tanden, an Indian American woman who was chosen to lead the Office of Management and Budget, and Javier Becerra, who was chosen by Biden to lead the Health and Human Services Department. Republicans have raised different kinds of complaints about each of the nominees. I think in particular, they've expressed frustration and opposition to Tanden based on the personal attack she leveled against Republican lawmakers. The concerns about Haaland from Republicans seem to be more about her policies, at least that's what they say, whereas Becerra they've criticized for not himself being a doctor, seems to be a big sticking point. The only nominee seriously on the rocks of not getting confirmed is Ms. Tanden.
I deeply regret my comments.
I understand that, but
And
when
I
you
feel
said
badly
them, did
about
you
them.
mean them? I understand you've taken them back, but did you mean them?
She not only has skepticism from most, if not all, Senate Republicans, but Senator Bernie Sanders still has not said how he would vote on her nomination. And in addition to Manchin being opposed, Senator Kirsten Sinema of Arizona has also not said how she would vote on Tanden. So that seems really up in the air.
Despite this, the White House plans to push forward with their original nominees.
The White House's focus, the president's focus, is on working toward the confirmation of Neera Tanden to lead, to be the OMB director. That is our focus. We are committed to continuing to fight for all of our nominees, continuing to do the outreach needed to answer questions, to address concerns anyone has, to reiterate the qualifications of all of the nominees that the president has put forward, and to do due diligence in fighting for the team he's nominated.
And this could be a risky decision.
The Office of Management and Budget is at the center of putting out and dispersing trillions of dollars of economic relief. If OMB does not have a leader for that process, it could slow things down. Difficult decisions, important decisions may be harder to get done.